Welcome to the Unapologetically Unstoppable podcast. I'm your host, Jeanette Peterson. And on this podcast, we talk about how to partner with the Holy Spirit with your business and how to grow businesses with practical tips and tricks. Get ready. Here we go. Hey, girl. Hey. Today, we're going to be talking about, can your operations handle your goals? Okay. So what are your goals? We talked about that a couple weeks ago about let's really align our business offers with our goals. What does that look like? What are our goals? $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million, $5 million, $10 million, right? What are our goals? So what does that look like for your offers, right? We talked about what those offers are. And now we talk about the systems. What are the processes that will get you to those things? How are you attaining clients? What are your client acquisition markers? How do you know that you're talking to the right people? What are your qualifying questions that you're asking these people before you're booking calls, before you're inviting them to things? How do you know that they're even qualified leads? Right? So that's the outside stuff. Let's talk about some of the inside stuff. How long does it take you to onboard your client? What are the steps it takes you to onboard your client? How do you know that they are onboarded? Is it all in your head? Do you have an SOP? Do you have it in a project management tool? Do you have it in both? Because your systems need to be set up to be able to obtain these clients. We're not saying if you obtain these clients, we're saying when we get these clients, we need the system set up in the back end support so that way we can be out in the front, making sales, making money, doing the things we need to be doing to further the kingdom, right? We are building value-led lifestyles. What does that mean? That means that my values lead my life. I'm a homeschool mom. We do dance. We do Girl Scouts. We do swim. My values lead my lifestyle. My family, it goes, God, we are in church every Sunday worshiping. We're helping out with the church. We do things with the church. My husband, we've been married we just hit 9 years and we're going strong, right? We're in it to win it. We go to therapy if we need to. We talk about things. We are very intimate. Don't listen to this, mom. We do the things we need to do to keep our relationship strong and built, right? And then my kids, I want a lifestyle where it comes family first, where we're really leading from the heart, from the Bible. But also, I feel extremely called to business to make millions of dollars. You hear what I'm saying? I am called to lead teams and to build businesses, to help people build their businesses to the 7-8 figure marks, right? That's what I'm here for. So my lifestyle needs to be able to do all of those things. I refuse to compromise on one of those. When I was in the military, it felt like I could only be doing the military 100% of the time. And then I realized that's not true. I don't have to make that a fact. In my life, I can choose to do different things, but I need other systems in place, right? I need automations, I need systems. There are things that I have to have in place in order to live a lifestyle that I want. Like a cleaning lady, like a laundry lady, like we go to church on this day, like meal prepping. There are different systems in my actual life, like I have in my business, like onboarding, like automated emails, like automated systems that go through workflows so that way they can be onboarded with contracts and all these things, right? So we have to set those things up. We have to get those things in place. We have to know where everybody's going. You have to be really strategically organized. But this does not work if everything is bespoke. This is harder to do if everything is bespoke because then you're in there making all these different changes, doing all these things. You have to have very strategic packages, right? If you're going to say that this is the only thing that I offer, and being okay with that, being okay with leaving money on the table if it doesn't fit inside the boxes that you want to live based on your value-led lifestyle. I can't tell you how much money I've said no to because it doesn't lead into the things that I want to do and or align with the people I want to work with. That's okay. God has always provided. God will never let me fail. And I'm okay with that because I know that I am being not only true to myself, but true to what God has called me to serve and who he's called me to serve. Paul was not for the Jews and the Gentiles. He knew who he was for. And I know who I'm for. I'm for women. I have worked with men my entire career and life. Before I joined the military, I was working on a factory line. Before I joined the military, I was the general manager of a Jiffy Lube. I can change your oil. I can give you a brake check. I can change your brakes. I can give you a radiator flush. I can do all of that. When I joined the military, I was in comm, IT, big nerds, okay? 90% white dudes, which is probably why my husband's a white dude, right? Like, let's just say, but I'm just saying, like, that's what it is. I love working. I loved working with men. I knew how to lead them. I knew how to understand them and talk to them. I was always a guy's girl. I was never a girl's girl. But as I started working with God, God showed me that I, Jeanette Peterson, am for women. I just have to work with other women. Because I found that a lot of women don't understand who they're supposed to be and what they're called to and how powerful they are. And we are not subservient. We are not underneath men. We are there to be their partners. We are equals. We do things differently. I'm not supposed to be lifting all this weight just because it's not that. But I have a equal but different position in the church. Okay? Period. That's all I'm saying. So let's make sure that the things that we are doing, our operations and the back end of our business look the same, right? So who's on your team right now? Who's on your team and how are you onboarding them? Do they have SOPs? Are you making them write SOPs? Because everybody that comes on my team, that's part of their thing. It's in their contract. You will write SOPs for the things that I'm having you do. Period. Dot. You will do that. And then I will approve them. Meaning I will make sure they make sense. I'm not going to tell you how to do your job. If I say I want this to be the end result, I don't care how you get there, but you need to be documenting it for somebody else, for the next person that's coming along. Because that's just how life works. I'm on my mission and everybody's on their own mission. And you may come to me and be on my team for a period of time and then you go. And that if God tells you it's time for you to go, I am not going to be mad at that. I am not a hater. If God tells you to move, girl, you better be moving. Goodbye. Bye-bye. We are not disobedient to God around here. Okay. So let's make sure that the operations that we have in our business are there to sustain our goals. Let's make sure every person on our team understands what our goals are. Let's make sure that we're creating a culture that is going to be bringing that up to make sure that our goals are first. It aligns with our lifestyles. It's aligning with our business. And we're making that $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $10 million mark that evaluation that we're going for. Okay. So if you need any help with that, I've got a new worksheet quiz thing to see what your inside of your business evaluations are. So that way you can make sure that your operations are ready to hit that 7-figure mark. Are you at that level on the inside of your business? Or are you just pasting things together? Because we need to get organized, girl. We need to get organized. What does your Google Drive look like? I'm scared. What does your Canva look like? I'm scared. Do you have a media kit? Do you have a brand kit? What does your brand voice look like? Can somebody come in and just see what that looks like? Where are you at, girl? Where are you at? Okay. I've got that below. Talk to you soon. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. Go ahead and leave a review to let everybody else know how much this episode has impacted you. And you know what? I would love to get to know you even better. So go ahead and send me a DM over on Instagram at Jeanette.Peterson or come to my free group at JeanettePeterson.com/group. I'll see you guys over there.